Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm excited to be trying out the new Yuumi mid-scope rework that just got put up on PBE. Weirdly enough on a Friday, which normally isn't Riot's schedule, but regardless, I'm going to be going over all of her new abilities, how it works, all of that stuff, as well as just initial impressions of the champion. And I was gonna say, if you like Yuumi, to leave this video a thumbs up, but I know that like literally 85% or more of the League community hates Yuumi. So if you hate Yuumi or like Yuumi, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more content and leave me a comment. I love reading them, and let me know what you think about the Yuumi rework. So without further ado, let's get into all these essays. Like literally guys, look at this, that I'm gonna have to go over with you guys, and starting with her passive, which is now called Feline Friendship. So I'm going to mouse over the ability tooltip, and then I'm going to explain it in a way that's, I think, a bit simpler. So Yumi's auto attacks and spells now periodically heal her and apply a buff that when you attach to an ally heals them as well. So her heal is now attached to her passive, it has a cooldown to it, and the other component is while you're attached, you accumulate something called friendship, and the ally with the most friendship becomes your best friend, which empowers your other abilities to have new effects. So her Q is mostly the same as it is currently. It does a bit less damage now. It doesn't deal like percent max health damage. You can now only control it while it's initially firing. Once it's empowered, it speeds up and it can no longer be controlled, but it has a bit of higher range, and it's also much faster now when it's empowered. The slow is pretty nuts, and while you're on your best friend and use the ability, the slow will always be empowered, whether or not the missile is empowered or not. And you also give them a sort of Ardent Sensor effect, giving them bonus magic damage on hit for 5 seconds. That's increased with crit chance. Her W no longer gives adaptive stats. It now gives Yuumi heal and shield power based on the ally you're attached to's level, as well as restoring health on hit to the ally that you're attached to. So kind of like giving them lifesteal in a way. And yes, her best friend only gets that healing on hit. And her E ability is now a shield. So your passive is now a shield, while your passive is no longer a shield. Your passive is now a heal, and your E is a shield. The E also gives movement speed as well as attack speed. And if the ally you're attached to also restores mana. So if you remember like way back in the day, old Soraka E, Yuumi now has that, and the mana restored is also increased based on the missing mana of the ally. So she restores mana, she gives a shield, she also gives some movement speed, and she also gives attack speed. So the ult now only shoots out 5 waves. Here, let me mouse over it for longer. You see with Yuumi, I can actually do this. Read the abilities while Kaisa does everything, but you only shoot 5 waves now, and if you casted the ult while you're attached to an ally, you can actually redirect the subsequent waves. Think of it like a Vel'Koz ult. The waves no longer root, they now slow, apply a stacking slow to enemies, and also heal allies and shield them if they're full on health already, and your bonus best friend will get more heal and bonus armor and magic resistance while you're casting your ult as well. So, I hope you guys followed with me there, but we're going to be playing it now and showing you guys it versus just reading it. So it's really interesting how they made it so that Yumi's passive, the heal procs off of not only auto attacks, but also ability casts as well. I think with Riot's goals for this rework were to make Yuumi kind of the new player champion, where she is, you know, if your friend has never touched a computer in their life and they're playing League of Legends for the first time, they can play Yuumi and have a much more fun time than with another champion. I feel like Yumi's already currently like that though, and I feel like these changes kind of complicate her in a way that maybe won't accomplish that goal. I feel like she's definitely harder to play, and she's definitely a lot more overloaded. Like look at these essays. Like, this champion does so much. And I think that it doesn't address her problem of being frustrating to play against, because she's still untargetable. Now, if anything, because you can proc your passive with your spells as well, you like never have to detach from your allies in lane. So very interesting that they decided to go with that sort of direction with Yuumi. That being said, I do think that she's going to be dealing a lot less damage because her Q is just dealing less damage in general, but I think she's going to be more annoying to play against. Like, and her Q at max level has an 80% slow. That's insane. Like, you're going to be 80% slowing the enemies on like probably like a 3-second cooldown, and the duration of the slow is 2 seconds, by the way. So yeah, you're dealing less damage, but you're pretty annoying still. I've always been kind of a Yuumi sympathizer. Like, I actually kind of like the champion. I think that she's pretty fun, and I've enjoyed playing my share of Yuumi over my my time playing League of Legends. So I'm not a hater of the champion. I'm not sure if it's going to accomplish the goals Riot wants. Yeah, the Q feels really weird. Like, you see how fast and how long range it is once it gets empowered, but not being able to control it the whole way long definitely makes it a lot, like, weirder and harder to hit than it is on live servers. They did make the projectile a little bit thinner, so you can kind of weave it a bit easier. But I think it's a bit harder to land, but for the amount of things that you get for landing it, it's, like, fine. I think it's still pretty good. And if you see it, Kai'Sa has this little circle under her, which indicates that she is my best friend. And I also have a little indicator next to my name that has, like, a picture of Kai'Sa's face. It's like Yuumi getting a tattoo on her butt of Kai'Sa's face. Letting her know that she is my best friend and only Kai'Sa. Yeah, if you're hiding behind minions, it's pretty difficult to actually get these Q procs on. And the fact that I'm no longer giving Kai'Sa adaptive stats as well, I mean, the damage, though, is looking kind of big. Like, honestly, the damage that this thing is dealing is pretty good. Like, even though it's not dealing percent max health, like, it be chonkin, if you know what I mean. The E-Mana Restore, mind you, is only for the ally you're attached to as well. Like, you can't just, like, you know, like, plug an outlet into itself for, like, infinite power. You can't just, like, get infinite mana yourself. So keep that in mind when you're playing her. And yeah, I'm gonna mouse over the tooltips again in case I, like, forgot or didn't show, like, the, you know, the good tooltip. And I'm gonna be going for a Moonstone as my first item. Because I'm more enchanter-y, I think Moonstone's, like, you know, you can never probably go wrong with Moonstone on Yuumi. I think, you know, it'll be good. Your E still does cost quite a lot of mana, although it doesn't, like, cost an insane amount of mana like it does on live servers. Doesn't her E, like, on live cost, like, a percentage of your max mana or something like that? It's no longer like that, but, like, 120 mana max rank, kind of a lot. And yeah. So throughout the game, I like how they made it so that Yumi's E isn't affected by her best friend. I think that it's pretty good that they made it so that Yuumi can still function if she's not on her best friend, although you're losing, you know, a lot of benefits. I think their main goal with that was trying to stop Yuumi players from, like, leaving lane at, like, level 6 and just perma being on their jungler, which they probably still will do, honestly. But, you know, they're slightly incentivized now to stay on their ADCs for the rest of the game and only go to other allies to, like, save them. It's very weird having a shield on my E ability now. Like, I'm so used to that ability healing that it being on my E is pretty strange. Yeah, and this is a Yuumi, so, you know, I'm not going to be getting, like, 50 million kills this game, probably. You know, we have to set our expectations realistically here. But look at that slow in damage, though. Like, it low-key feels, or high-key feels like it's dealing even more. So I got it with Ignite. Maybe we can kill her too, actually. Okay, cool. That was good. A good little double kill there. And in team fights, you really have no reason to ever detach from an ally. Like, really, really, really. Unless you, like, missed your Q and you need the heal, you can basically stay with your ally forever. Never detach unless they die. Okay. So we're going to be just working on our Moonstone. I don't know if Tyr's going to be good on her. Tyr might be good, honestly, on Yuumi. I mean, she is kind of mana hungry, but, like, I feel like it's so expensive to upgrade it. Maybe you just build a Tyr and sit on it. And as for my runes, I'm just going standard airy runes with precision as my secondary. Yeah. So here is the new Yuumi. I should be casting my ult here pretty soon. So keep your eyes peeled. Like, I already see, like, 5 people, like, scrolling ahead in the video until I ult just to see it. You know, that's fine too. Yeah, so the fact that it's now, like, a Vel'Koz... Oh my god. Oh my god, guys. Oh my god, I did not mean to press that. I tried to press it with my indicator. It didn't work. But you see, I can actually control the waves, and even though it only shoots 5 waves now, it's, you know, it doesn't root anymore. It actually has a higher cooldown too, so low-key, her ult got kind of nerfed. It does heal allies, though, so maybe the ally healing is pretty nuts. We'll see. We'll see, we'll see. The shield lasts 3 seconds, by the way. It's not like a permanent shield like it is on live servers. Yeah, the Q is significantly harder to land in lane. Like, her poke is a lot less consistent than it was or is on live servers right now. It does feel pretty rewarding when you do land it, but when you don't land it, you know, it's harder to miss, or harder to hit it. Let's see, you see if I had my ult here, this is when I'd be using it, but I don't. Go, Kaisa. Go. Okay, Kaisa, carry me. And the fact that I restore mana also. Oh, this is kind of crazy. Oh, I should have saved her with the shield. Oh. How dare Diana do that to me? That was rude. I feel bad. I should have saved her. But I eat onto Seraphine because I wanted the assist. Greedy Yuumi things. Alright. Back to lane we go. I think Kai'Sa's actually going to recall, so let's go on to Evelynn here. So Evelyn's not our best friend, so we're only going to be getting the empowered slow if we get, you know, an empowered missile hit, and we're not going to be giving that bonus magic damage on hit. I feel like Ardent Sensor, like Yuumi literally is now becoming Ardent Sensor the champion, but I feel like the item Ardent Sensor is going to be pretty good on her, or interesting, because it like works hand in hand with that passive. I definitely want to try that with my build, like as my second item this game, just to kind of see how that works together, how good that feels together. Okay, so I mean, Yuumi Evelynn is still, we're still permanently invisible, which is nice. I do have my ult up finally. So it applies a 10% stack per hit, or slow stack per hit on the enemy. So only a 50% slow for 1.25 seconds if you hit all 5 of them on an enemy. And they shoot out slower too. Like, honestly, guys, that ult on enemy seems kind of doo-doo. Like, maybe it's just like a healing ult now. Like, the slow that thing gives, not good. Okay, let's go back to my best friend. Ooh, landed it. It's already doing a 70% slow. And look at the range on it, too. The range is, like... If it didn't get this increased range, the Q would be so hard to hit. But the fact that they increased the range on the ability makes it a lot more usable, too. She feels very similar, but also very different at the same time. But like I said, I just don't really know how these changes are gonna accomplish what they intend to accomplish. Like, let me know in the comments if you know something I don't, but I just can't really see how these changes aren't gonna make Yuumi super broken. Like, I'm telling you guys, this champion is very overloaded right now. Like, you know, even though this is a PBE game, and PBE games never give you, like, you know, the best representation for how the champion is, she feels overloaded. Like, I do so much with every one of my abilities, especially on my best friend. I can't see how, you know, you're just not gonna pick this champion with a good, like, pros are gonna play her still, is what I'm trying to say. Like, if I'm playing with, like, the best ADC in the world, and I can just play Yuumi and buff them so much, and never die, never have to detach now, I'm gonna do it. You know, why am I gonna play Lulu? For what? So I can just die? No, I'm playing Yuumi. Okay, so your E, yeah, your E still gives attack speed too, so feel free to, you know, use that for that. I guess she can't really heal allies anymore outside of combat, which is interesting. Like, you can't, like, exit a fight and just heal your ally to full health because, you know, you have to hit someone to heal. So maybe that's bigger than I give it credit for. So let's see, we hit Karma here, and we heal our Kaisa a little bit. I would love to fight here some more. Yeah, you can only control the Q for like 1 second now. So we can finish our Moonstone. Let's finish Moonstone, and then second item, let's build our Ardent Sensor, so we can give Kaisa even more magic damage on hit. I hope that one of her Eternals like tells me how much magic damage on hit I'm giving to an ally, because I feel like I would like to see that stat. I love the new passive icon though, it's very cute. Like, I don't know. I love Yumi's like ability icons. I like Yumi's like theme. Like playing as a cat on a book to me is just like my vibe. So I really like Yumi's character. Now, has she been annoying for a very long time? Yes. And I'd love to fight more, but her ult isn't as strong as an initiation tool either. Like, let's see. Oh, okay. I'm applying you know, stacking slow. Then I'm landing my real slow. Okay, I'm missing my real slow, but I'm getting her flash. Okay. Maybe that's how you're supposed to play her now? And remember, you can only steer the waves if you casted the ult while on an ally. So if you cast your ult off an ally, it's going to function the same like it does on live servers. You're not going to be able to get that movable ult. But, you know, I think that like MLG Pro Yuumi players will actually use that to their benefit, because if you're in the middle of like a hectic team fight, and you're trying to like run away at the same time as ulting and like attached to a different ally and moving your mouse, you're gonna like be missing allies. Like it feels kind of wonky to cast in that regard. So let's exhaust here. Guys, I'm doing so much. I'm carrying these fights. No, but like I am giving. So okay. So the damage that I give to my ally, or my best friend, with the Q landing is not bound to the target I hit. So I thought that how it worked is like when I hit an ally or an enemy with the Q, when I'm attached to my best friend, I give them like a debuff that makes them take extra additional magic damage. But I'm pretty sure I just buff my ally for 5 seconds to deal bonus magic damage. So that's pretty good. So it's very important for you to land those Qs in fights, even though it's kind of harder to land. Like, if you miss your Q in fight, it feels bad. Then you have to kind of... Oh, okay, let's see here. Here's where maybe I can actually do a lot. Okay. Okay, so look, even though I didn't hit anyone with that, I kind of just did that so I could show you guys the heal. I guess you can. You know, honestly, Yumi's ult might just be used as just a way to, like, heal your allies. Like, it's kind of like a redemption in a way. Oh, I hit him. Yeah, this is pretty strong. I mean, I do give additional healing to my best friend. That's why Kaisa, like, seemed to get even more healing, plus my Moonstone. But, like, if you're hitting both enemies and allies with this, you do kind of get a lot of value. Let's just shoot her with one of these. A little parting gift. And I'm talking pretty technically about all these Yuumi changes. Yeah, that it's very far. Like, look at this range, guys. Oh, wait. Look at this range. Like, that's very high range. The trade-off is you can't control it the full weight anymore. I think that there's also going to be interesting, like, bot lanes with Yuumi with mages, because she can give them mana. Either that or she's just going to be even more OP with or champions like Ezreal or Varus, who just, like, are mana hungry and who she's, like, pretty good with anyways. Oh, I missed it. Yeah, that's the Q being thinner. Like, the Q is noticeably thinner. Let's see if we can hit her from here. That'd be so funny if I could. Okay. Not that high range, but almost. Land the Q. Oh, let's ult here. Okay. Something's happening here, guys. I'm just on my best friend. Okay. Guys, I trust that I'm giving my best friend a lot of extra damage here, and you just have to trust me too. I mean, I do think that, like, you are kind of nerfed heavily for not being on your best friend. Oh, do I kill her here? Oh, so close. Like, you do actually get a lot of benefits from being on your best friend. From the empowered slow always being, or for the slow always being enhanced, whether or not your Q's empowered or not, to, like, the, you know, the bonus healing on hit. But also, she's very incentivized to attach to an auto-attacking champion. Most of the buffs that she provides are good for auto-attackers. Yeah, I think they're really trying to get Yuumi to be... Maybe, you know, mages won't be that good with her. Unless you're like playing like, you know, on-hit Nico or something. I don't know. Okay, we could finish our item here in a second. I hope we stay for a little bit so I can get my Ardent when we recall. And yeah. Let's restore some mana to Kai'Sa. Sacrifice my mana for Kai'Sa's mana even though she's already full mana. You see her mana bar turns like a lighter color. Okay, so let's get the Ardent Sensor. And Kai'Sa, have fun. Have fun attacking super fast. Yes. You see, she's recognizing it. I'm giving her mana. I think everyone's as shocked as I am. Like, when people were seeing a Yuumi rework, I think they expected them to gut her, make it like Yuumi can no longer attach to her allies. Yuumi's Q just is always unempowered. Yuumi's ult no longer roots. But then they're like, no, we're just gonna buff her. We're just gonna buff her, and you know, you guys are just gonna have to deal with the repercussions, and we're gonna have to like probably rework her again in a year, but it's fine. Enjoy her for this year. I don't think that Yuumi will ever... like I said, I like Yuumi. I don't think that she bothers me as much as she bothers some other people. Do I think that she's been OP? Yeah. But I feel like she does bring an interesting fantasy for the game, but I do think that that fantasy of being untargetable and like attaching to an ally is unbalanceable. Like, how do you balance that? You like literally, it's very difficult, if possible at all. So yeah. I really just want to, like, I'm just, like, really invested in this Ardent Sensor story in my brain. Like, me giving my Kai'Sa, like, 500 extra magic damage on hit when landing my Q. And also, when I ult, I give my friend extra armor and magic resistance, because why not? I want to fight. Like, I really want to fight. Should I just attach to Evelyn? Let's go invisible together here. Go team, fight, fight, fight. Okay. No fight, no fight. Oh, okay, well guys, maybe we disconnected her. Hold on. Okay. Someone's going there. Okay. I guess you do kind of lose a lot, though. I think the old Yuumi had a lot of hidden power in her. Like, the adaptive stats it used to give your best friend is probably worth way more than the bonus on-hit damage I'm giving to my ally when landing in Q. You know what I mean? So there probably are, like, an adequate amount of trade-offs for this rework that, you know, aren't so upfront like that. Look at that shield, though. Here, take bonus on hit damage. And shields. Wait, let me get her. No, he dodged it. Okay, Kai'Sa. Wait, I'm coming. Okay, how do I miss that? Please, could you wait? Oh my god. I'm sad. I did 124 extra damage. How is this, guys? This Q is like very thin. They made Yumi's Q too skinny. You know, I do like I said, how I could function on my allies that aren't my best friends. I think Yuumi players will like this change, though, especially like Yuumi players who are more invested. Like, she definitely feels more complicated, I guess, as a champion. Now that like you kind of do have to do more to get the same effect as old Yuumi. Okay, take shield. But you never have to detach from allies. That's the one thing. I think they should probably, if they want to nerf her, just like remove that mechanic. The fact that she can proc her passive with her Q, I think, is OP. Like, she should be forced to detach from allies if she wants to. Like, I mean, that's like the one way that they balanced her on live servers. They're like, okay, but if you want the shield, you have to detach. But now they're like, okay, but if you want the heal, Just land your Q. Yeah, I think we could just end. I think, guys, we get the gist. We get the gist here. I don't think I really missed any of the mechanics on Yuumi, but if I did, make sure to let me know in the comments. You guys, like, on Aurelian Soul, you pointed out some stuff that I didn't realize before, so let me know what you think about the Yuumi rework. Do you like it? Do you think that it's good? Do you think that it's bad? Do you think it's going to accomplish the goals? Am I, like, you know, having bad takes on some of the things? Probably, but who knows? And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. If you're curious about the damage graph, I did happen to deal almost more than everyone on their team, so, but I think we were just kind of stomping this game. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.